Take one. Alright, here goes. The video diary idea has been one of the best of my life. It developed into YouTube, believe it or not. My video diary that I started in 1984. Yeah. At one point, I think about 2005 or 6, I published my video diary for 1984 and 5 and 86, which was on VHS at the time. Yeah, but I put it on YouTube early on. Then lost the VHS tape and of course had it deleted off of YouTube. So it just proves nothing is permanent. Gosh, I remember in 1940, after I read it, could we do that again, darling? No, I wasn't in 1940 that I'm aware of, but I remember back in 1990 in Oxford when in Oxford in 1990, studying the sonnets of Shakespeare, I subconsciously assumed the poet Will's obsession with mortality and transience and how fast time goes. Yeah, been obsessed ever since with the fact that I'm dying, and in recent weeks it has been at the point in my whole life so far closest to death. You know, I must be next door to it. You know, I'll stop breathing anytime now, unless there is a miracle. But I'm lost. I'm lost as to what to do. I have been evicted from the homeless hostel, who is the last chance for bad cases. After the homeless hostel in Jamaica Street, there is no other help. The end of my life has been caught up with the corruption that has crept into the housing situation in Bristol since the 1990s, where huge amounts of public funds are spent on protecting the vulnerable, which is extended to include the alcoholics, the addicts, the prostitutes, the beggars, and the mental health cases cannot be treated. So there is a large welfare network, some charitable and some official, to keep people in these positions alive. Another way of looking at it logically is to keep alive these positions, these social problems, and the people in them, because the people that are keeping them alive get a living out of keeping them alive. It's actually very simple if you take away your complication machine in your mind. Just look at it simple. Charity will find that the demand will increase according to the supply. The more charity you make available, the more it will be needed, and the more people you will get in these kinds of vulnerability to put it mildly. We call it addiction, excess, dysfunctional lives. Right, but I got caught up in the middle of it. You know, really the whole lot should be shut down. And it has turned out over the years, again and again, that if I was expecting the state to help me with my housing and other problems, I am making a big mistake. They have not helped me. I have managed to survive repeatedly from a position of hopelessness thanks to my own wits and private sector and money. Yeah. Now, today I am facing the same old dilemma as always. For at least 14 years I've been facing this dilemma. Will I spend the few moments and minutes of this day, today, attempting to do that which I should already have concluded is impossible, to put right anything which has been put wrong in my life? See, from 1987 onwards, things have been put wrong, then I have made other things right, and they have been put wrong, and then I have made other things right in my life. New career, new house, new furniture, new equipment, new money, new friends, new image, new way of spending 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Then that's been taken off me, and I've carried on in that fashion. Can't remember what I was talking about, but yeah, dilemma. Shall I spend my days trying to put things right? Looking in the rear view mirror, I have to conclude that over the last 20 odd years, no, nothing that has been put wrong has actually been put right again. I can't think of anything, no, it's been put right again. Apart from that little fault on the camera there, what I put right away. Alright, and I shouldn't speak in such wide sweeping generalities, but very little that has been put wrong has been put right again for me in my life. See? Yeah. And this is what I call the Babylon system. Back in the 1980s, seeing as Bob Marley had gone and died and left the scene, I assumed his position, and I thought, right, we're dealing with Babylon. What is it? It just babbles on, you know, like the Tower of Babel. Natta, what's she like? What are they doing? I've done this, they don't do that. All that, babble on, which is really just killing time, because if we weren't babbling, if we were only handling important stuff, we wouldn't do very much at all, right? But it's not a good idea for the babbling on to get serious, you know. You've got to do this, you've got to do that, you're a bad boy. I'm a bad boy. I'll get kicked out of the homeless hostel, partly because I owe nearly £1,000 of the £10 a week service charge that I was supposed to pay, plus the costs of taking me to court about it, which I wasn't aware of at the time because I wasn't opening all these official letters because they looked like bad news. I was waiting for my key worker to help me, because one of the things that I was being charged for was to be assisted in dealing with things that I find difficult to handle alone, like housing and paying the rent and getting through the week, and dealing with the immense sadness of having all my life and possessions stolen from me at the end of my life when I was expecting to be enjoying them a lot. Yeah, but no one else, as far as I'm aware, has been evicted purely for financial reasons, for not paying the little service charge. I'm told that some people in that hostel have been living there for up to 4 years because they can't pay what they owe. so there's nowhere else to send them. I don't know how I managed to get evicted. You know, I might be the first of a change of policy, but the reason on the notice to quit was that I had antisocial behaviour, loud and aggressive, verbal. Right, well, it's always debatable who's actually antisocial and who's actually social, you know. Is the man who's tired of picking up other people's litter being antisocial when he shouts at one or two people, you should be helping with this? Is that antisocial? But that is what I have done. Right? Other thing is that it says in a form that at some unknown date I tampered with fire alarm system, smoke detector in my room, and it says then refused to allow it to be repaired. Now I'm completely unaware of what incident this is. I know there was a time on a Saturday or Sunday morning about 1 o'clock when the alarms on my floor in the hostel went off repeatedly, no matter what I did. You know, 3 times I think I took action of grabbing the dog and going down the emergency exit, and without any luggage, just in case it was a rapidly spreading fire. But after that, the next time it went off, I detached my smoke detector from my ceiling because I could see there was no smoke in my room, and I'd never heard any more about it. And indeed, at some point later, I found the detector near my litter bin and put it back in place. Just on what I've told you, I haven't refused to have it repaired. Right? Well, this is the story of my life, you know. I am alleged to have done things. I'm not even told about them. People put punishment into action for things that I don't even know that I've done wrong. I know that when I get into a conversation with any of these people, they will manage to persuade me that I've done something wrong. Oh, you should have done this. You didn't pay that money. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have taken that fire detector down. You might think that's wrong. Me personally, when I'm trying to get to sleep, again and again and again, I think it's a good idea to take off a fire alarm that is not alarming me about any fire. You know, for the safety of my life, I removed that fire alarm, right? Yeah, well, my whole record's like that, you know. I'm supposed to have done this at this place, I barked at that woman. Only she and I know what was actually said. She was on crack cocaine at the time and a lot of alcohol. I wasn't. I can remember what was said. Her big upset was that my doggy, little bitch puppy, peed doggy urine, on some of the little plants she was cultivating outside the back window, as a ruse to persuade people that she was living there all the time when she wasn't. But because she saw the doggy pissing on the bushes, she had a hissy fit, and the doggy and I were not allowed to use our own garden again. And this woman then went on to make other complaints that I don't even know the details of. I wasn't reporting her or her criminal boyfriend. I didn't really think it was my job to handle everybody's problems in the building, staff and criminal customers, you know. But I really think it's pathetic that so many what I would call social workers, housing officers, key workers, estimators, whatever you call them, people that are paid with government funds to help the needy and homeless and vulnerable. They are making a lot of money, a good lifestyle, out of not helping very much at all, so that there are more clients coming back next week, which means an expanding profession. Yeah, well, I've chosen to spend about £2 at the canteen here for a coffee rather than accept another free coffee in the Compass Centre, where I will be plagued by other people telling me what a cute dog I've got. Well, they don't even see the dog properly, or myself. I don't really want to spend my time sinking into death surrounded by such childish misfits that society would be better off without. Right, which is I'm trying to get help out of a help machine that is helping the wrong people and laughing about it because they're not helping them at all. So as my pal has reminded me, I have to deal with it myself. I've run out of solutions because I have been dealing with the problem for myself since my brother died in 1991, and I've been quite clever. You know, I packed up all my stuff in a motor car and driven to another country, created a new image, created a new past for myself, or carefully edited my past to make it acceptable, and got another life going. But as I said, again and again and again and again and again and again and again, the criminal record, being on the sex register and all that, and being forced to live with those of very low intelligence where your life can be terminated because of what one person tells another person that they misheard about you. It's been exciting, it's been fun. I wish I could hang around to sort things for more people, but I'm now in the hands of Jah. I really don't have a clue where to go next. I would like to talk to George Ferguson, but what's the chances of getting to speak to him? When I went to City Hall, someone at the reception gave me his phone number. It doesn't work. The thing that really gets me at the moment is the teeth, you know, sore all day long and no solution, because taking that one out will mean the next one will be even sorer all the way until there's nothing here and I have to eat jelly. I don't think I'll be going that far. I'm actually ready to check out. It's been fun. It's been extra time for a while. It's been extra time for a while. It was good to do the carnival. I'm grateful for it at the moment, yeah. But you know, what's my fantasy, mate? I'd like to get together with George Ferguson and talk. Let's sort out Bristol. Let's be the first city in the world that just controversially goes, it's been wrong for a while, let's put it right all round. You know, people are selling millions of pounds worth of cocaine in this city. They should be putting money into the public sector, shouldn't they? I mean, if they're making a vast fortune out of selling cocaine in Bristol, the money should be getting into new building for the poorer people. Oh, and the poorer people should be getting better paid employment. We don't want to keep up the charity unemployed lark of keeping alive animals that don't put anything in and only take out, right? So, yeah, right, George. I mean, like, completely eliminate beggars. You know, I think the third time you're nicked for begging, you should be just driven to prison. You know, that's it. You didn't get the message the other 2 times. We don't want begging. We're sending out a message when it's on the front page of the paper that there's a man serving a year in prison for begging repeatedly. Then there'll be a lot less begging going on, George. Because at the moment, people are coming here from other parts of the southwest to beg because you think it's a soft touch here. You just get your own little pitch here. Yeah, we want to get rid of that. I've done a lot of good work in the parks. Just want to get the litter under control. That is, in some parts of Bristol, the bins need emptied twice a day. Also, in most of the old part of Bristol, around here, Stokescroft, Montpellier, St Andrews and St Paul's, we need some new arrangements so that private dwellings and businesses can get rid of the litter without it sitting in front of everybody's faces all week long, right? You don't need a posh restaurant with a great big ugly discoloured bucket for its rubbish right in front of the tables where the people are eating the beautiful food, right? It's got to be sorted all the way. You know, can't have people coming out of their homes each day to, oh, there's a bucket of plastic waste, there's a bucket of paper waste, there's a bucket of some other kind of waste which has spread out onto the pavement. It's just not going to work. And keeping things as simple as possible, as an old man would do when he's lying on his deathbed and saying, this is what I know and it's worth knowing. It's like one man's litter is every man's litter. All litter is all litter. You know what I mean? It's not your litter, his litter, her litter, their litter. I don't pay any attention. No, mate. The way I look upon it is, it's my world, my eyesight. I'm taking pictures all the time. I don't like litter in the picture, and that's why we don't do it. I don't care what your opinion is, it's wrong. Litter is not a good thing. You stop it altogether. Make it very unattractive to do it. You know, when rebellious teenagers do it, make a very loud scene about it. Pick that up or you're getting nicked, mate. See what I'm saying? But I have chosen to do it by making it look like me and my fun have more, me and my dog. Correct, me and my fun. But I've made it appear in many parks in Bristol and other public areas that me and my dog have more fun than any other man and dog in the park, while also cleaning up the litter so impressively that everybody can see it. It has been done by me. I am, of course, so busy occupied with the dog, music, the spliffing, and picking up the litter that I don't really have an awful lot of attention as to what other people think of me. But I know when I look back at it, they should think well of me because I clean up a lot of parts and I'm a very old man and I'm ignoring an awful lot of very bad physical pain. Toothache, it can't be sorted, non-stop, sore chest, breathlessness, panic about dying, not getting enough oxygen, dizziness, lightheadedness, horrible non-stop back ache, pain in the back of the lungs, upset stomach, nausea, and the terribly sore feet with the corns and growths and ingrowing toenails. However, having quit tobacco, what is it, 5 days ago now, except for a couple of exceptions, I have an increased appetite for tasty food and an increased appreciation of tasty food and smells. Well, I've done it. This is a video diary. I've made a report. Hey, big up to all my old friends on YouTube. You know, couldn't keep in touch with you all these years. We've gone different ways. Hey, it's very exciting at the beginning in the gold rush. Those that founded the big mines have perverted their lives so that it's no longer fun. I've seen that some of the people that went viral early on, along with me, have come to regret it. I won't name them, uh, but my good friend Zen Archer, yo, dude, have a good day, evening, morning, or weekend, wherever you are, you and your dog and your mum. And if she's gone up to heaven, she'll be quite happy with my mum up there. Who I'll be joining shortly, but my dad's already there. I'll be looking forward to seeing my brother and a few other friends and all the other women that I said that I couldn't let into. All the other ladies that I went past in a hurry because I thought I might get better, or because they were too slow in coming forth. You see, I simplify my life in a few words. One way of looking at it is women have gone so far with feminism and sexual offences and stuff like that, that means that from here on, if a woman wants a good dick in her love hole, she's going to have to talk it all the way in there. Because the man nowadays will need to have a record that said, at this point, she said to my mobile phone, now I want you to stick it in my, here's the message. Right, that's the way the women have made it. Anyway, I'm 63, I couldn't be bothered. I'm only into it for the scones and coffee before bedtime. And the bacon and eggs and mushrooms, toast, butter and marmalade, and wonderful fresh coffee for breakfast, which I will make for the right old lady. Always open for a miracle, but that was true even in the video diary back in 1984, 85. It could possibly be retrieved, but it's like I say, how could we go back and get all the stuff that's been stolen at 4 or 5 different locations in the United Kingdom? Stolen by the police or at the police behest, or by people exploiting my vulnerability. Nah, I can't waste any more time. You don't send good money after bad. Like my lawyer said to me the second time I was in prison, it's water under the bridge. Yeah, but there comes a time, as I said, where the river runs out. There's no more water coming under the bridge. That's it. It's finished. It was great fun. No regrets. Oh, fucking hate was Synott. Mick Smith, whatever his name is, James-Synott. But he's only symbolic or representative of a class of people who are tolerating and making money out of keeping the corruption and social disorder going. No, somebody else is dying, and that means you can't listen to my farewell speech. Well, Baba, see you in heaven. Let me have a look at your soul, and I'll see whether you'll be in heaven with me or not. You will. You won't. You will. Damn it, man. Checking it out. That's a lovely dog you got there, mate. It's me. You should be looking at, mate. The dog's just an advert.